Watch out, Ant-Man. Cocaine Bear is about to snort up your box office earnings.
Cocaine Bear in theaters now.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome to the Cosmic Panel, where we'll be talking about our weekly polls. And what do you got for us, Elias, as your first poll?
My first pull, it's March already.
Which is insane.
Which is insane. So we're on to March. So my first pull for March 1st is Action Comics number 1052. Batman and Superman, there was a team-up book that I remember vividly reading as a kid, and it had Metallo in it. Right? Yeah, Metallo. It had Metallo in it, and I remember loving the character design and, loving that character. So really excited to see him back. He's new and improved, and he looks like he's going to give the Superman family some real trouble.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to see how this arc unfolds.
They're really humanizing him, and I really like that they're making a character that really no one should feel sympathy for actually feel like, man, he does not deserve this. He's being forced against his will by Lex Luthor.
Right.
And it sucks, but I'm loving the art, loving the writing. I'm excited to see where this goes. Last issue we had the little hint that Clark Kent and Lois Lane like to get kinky in the bedroom, which was very, very fun because that was just the War World costume.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing that I like out of this has been the fact that John is jealous. I really like that. I love the fact that he's like, yeah, they're great parents, and I missed like 8 years of my life with them. Like I could have had that, but now I am here now, but I'm not the same I was. I missed that childhood, and I think he's slowly realizing like, wow, he has like some almost like not resentment toward them, but resentment toward the fact that he's almost using the kids as like a way to cope with the loss of John. So it's interesting. I'm really excited. I'm excited to see more of Khan Keenan, who is, as always, awesomely drawn, and he is always speaking in Chinese, which I really appreciate. I appreciate that he isn't like being forced to speak in English. But yeah, Keenan Kong's design is sick. His new design with the short cut hair, and everyone looks awesome in this cover.
The uniforms are each unique, and each speaks to the character wonderfully, and it's great job whoever designed all the suits.
Yeah, no, seriously, the new suits are fire, especially with the jacket open.
Always love that.
The jacket open with the S and then another S. It's like, damn, okay.
Yeah. So what's your first pick for the week?
So first up for me is Radiant Black. I'm really excited for this one. This one seems to be a more down-to-earth, more personal issue. The entire series, it's wild that we've gotten 22 issues, first of all. But this entire series started off with the idea that Nathan went to Los Angeles, and then he came back, and he had $40,000 of debt, no job, no superpowers. And this is kind of showing him 18 months later going back to Los Angeles. And while he still has $40,000 of debt and still no job, at least he has superpowers. And I think that's really interesting to show, like, he hasn't really changed. And I think that's honestly for the best. I really like that. I like the new threats that they're kind of hinting at. I like the fact that him and Marshall are having to Nathan and Marshall are kind of having to figure out how to balance their power. Because it's kind of going on the fritz when one of them gets angry, like they have to be in sync. And we're getting hints that there's gonna be an invasion soon, and they're not ready for it.
Cool. So big arc coming for them.
Yeah, no, but this is a nice like personal bit, which is probably before the next arc really hits the fan.
Right. So we got a lot of number ones this week, and I wanted to switch things up a little bit and talk about Hallows Eve number 1. I
The
have a
riveting
sneaking,
character Hollows.
the riveting character Hallows Eve. I have a sneaking suspicion that this book is going to be really good, and all of her writing in the main series was just bad because they had the wrong person doing it.
I mean, her power set is actually really cool,
That's interesting.
unironically.
Hmm.
Like having like a bunch of masks that she can just put on and it gives her different powers. Like that's actually a pretty neat idea. Like something
Yeah,
from like a golden age of comics, I feel like.
that's a very good point. Yes, it is like that.
So like it's a cool power. It's just the character hasn't been developed that well.
Yeah. Um. So I never thought I'd see the day when Ben Riley's girlfriend would get her own comic. But apparently this is the time. And I think the art has a lot of potential to be good. I think that they could cash in on that very, well. If the art is good, you can do a lot with this. This cover is really nice.
Michael Dowling apparently drawing the cover and the rest of the interior art, which is nice.
Oh, so if that's the interior on the cover, then that's nice.
Yeah, no,
Um,
that should be pretty fun.
I hope this comes out of left field and just knocks me off my feet. Looks like she's doing the new X-23 series that's coming out soon.
So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this is good. It's
Well,
just a
I'd be
weird.
surprised, but
Yeah,
I think it'll be nice.
it would be nice. I also
Yeah.
think it's hilarious that we're dropping a book called Hallows Eve in the middle at the start of March.
Yeah. They
it's
really
like
didn't
it's
want
like
to
it's
even
like
try
for
to
the
line
people that are
that
like
up.
super fans of Halloween that are always like, we're only 6 months away from Halloween. It's like, bro, we get it. You like Halloween. Chill.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So next up for me, Stargirl, Lost Children, number 4. We are 4 issues deep. I actually caught up on this week, and it's really good. But one of the major developments that I never knew was that so apparently Jay Garrick had a kid, Judy Garrick, that we had never heard of, which is a pretty big change because that's like brand new.
The Flash legacy is important.
Yeah, no, exactly. So it's kind of wild that we've never heard of this kid. And yeah, Judy Garrick apparently she was the sidekick to the Flash.
Huh.
Her father when she was growing up. But yeah, no, this island has been really interesting. It's basically all the Golden Age sidekicks got trapped on this island that doesn't let them age or experience time
Hmm.
like in a proper way. So they're all stuck at the same age, and there's this creepy ass character that wears like a doll mask called the Childminder, and
A
they
childminder?
yeah, Childminder. It's almost like an animatronic design, like Five Nights at Freddy shit.
Huh.
It's pretty horrifying. I'm not gonna lie. Um, but yeah, no. They basically have had like a bunch of characters. So like Cherry Bomb, um, Wing, like all these
Oh, no,
Salem the Witch Girl,
yeah.
like Golden Age character, Molly Pitcher.
I think they teased this in the Golden Age special thing.
Yeah, they did. I mean, it is written by Jeff Johns, so
Oh, okay, cool.
yeah. But yeah, no, it's kind of wild that we're we're getting so many callbacks to like Golden Age characters that I've legitimately never heard of.
Yeah, I love shit like
Um,
that. It's great. Very neat. All right. Up next for me is Spider-Gwen Shadow Clones #1.
A lot of number ones.
A lot of #1s. We're going to get a lot of new series from Marvel in the coming months. It looks like they're sort of doing one of their big cycles where they, cycle out some old stuff and bring in a lot of new books, a lot of new blood. So I think this is going to be somewhat of a continuation from the last Spider-Gwen limited that we got, the multiversal one. We see what looks like a Sinister Six made up of Gwen on the cover. So if this is, same vibe as the last book, it'll be a fun read, nothing crazy, but just a light, enjoyable read. And, of course, David Nakayama on the cover always brings great energy to a book, and I think especially he does well for Spider-Gwen.
Yeah, exactly. Plus, the writer is Emily Kim, who just did the recent Silk run, the short one.
Oh, okay,
And
cool.
Keizama is doing the art, which is the person that did Avengers Mech Strike. So I'm
Right.
expecting some bombastic art.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Excellent, excellent.
Like this should be wild.
Mm.
Next up for me is Riddler Year One, number three. Last issue was really interesting. We basically found out Edward reached out to a daughter of a mob victim to learn more about like their operation. He's slowly realizing that the firm that he works for helps feed the mob, and he's slowly realizing that the Wayne Foundation, the Wayne Industries, is funneling money to the mob, and it's slowly leading him to get to the point where we see him in the Batman movie. So yeah, Paul Dano is an amazing writer. The art is phenomenal, really psychedelic and really twisted. Stevan Subic has been drawing it,
Mm.
and yeah, now he's gonna go undercover to try to steal documents, and then we'll see where he goes from this.
That's great. I'm glad it's such a clean and thorough, prequel.
Yeah, no, it's really nice. He got to see Batman at one point, and instead of being creeped out, he was like amazed, and it was actually interesting to be like, yeah, no, he would be, especially the way he treated Batman in the movie. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he would put reverence
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the
yeah.
person.
Wow, that's cool. That's great. Next up for me is Venom number 17. Um, More Bedlam. Uh, I think this is a kind of follow up on the events of Dark Web.
I mean, Garden of Time, man. Every time we've gone back there, it has been amazing character development.
Right. Hopefully, this is a very dialogue heavy issue. I have a sneaking suspicion it will be. And this is
No, Al
kind
Ewing
of
would never write anything really dialogue heavy.
Why would he do something like that? This is Cafu on art, so that's cool.
Oh, fuck.
He did the first arc of the Christopher Campbell Iron Man run. So that's great to see new artists on Venom.
Interesting.
And yeah, hopefully this is the start of a new status quo for the Venom book, because there's a lot to be unraveled in the grand scope of things that Al has laid out.
Yeah, they kind of have to recover from the fact that Venom kind of got fucked over during the Dark Web event,
Yeah.
and so they kind of have to rebound and continue telling their really good story that they've built up to this point.
Right. Exactly.
So it should be interesting to see how Ewing regains his footing and keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
Next up for me is Captain America, Sentinel of Liberty. Last issue was amazing. Last issue was some of the best action I've seen from a Captain America book in years.
Okay.
It was him and the invaders just invading New York, taking down AIM, and the art was so kinetic. Like there would be scenes where characters would enter the building, and you would follow them through the building as they're like kicking out AIM agents, and it would go to the next page and show like them doing something else.
Uh-huh.
And the art just flew from page to page. It really kept you interested. It gave away a little bit more about what Bucky's planning. And we got to finally see in person MODOK, the mental organism designed only for control. So he has been taking over them and basically putting them in a not a time loop, but wiping their memories and making them redo stuff without them noticing. So it should be interesting to see where they go, how they're going to get out of this situation. And yeah, I mean, this book has been phenomenal. That's really all I can say. What's your number one pick?
All right, my number one pick is my favorite number one of this week, Cosmic Ghost Rider. Back at it once again. Always love getting some of this twisted version of Frank Castle. It's always a blast, and yeah, these books with him are always so much fun. I think that Stephanie Phillips has written for him before, but Juan Cabal on art, I recognize that name for sure. So that'll be really fun to see him.
Yeah, she's currently writing. Stephanie Phillips is currently writing Grimm.
Oh,
So I'm actually really excited to see where that goes.
Sweet, yeah. Yeah, usually they
Especially
have
if she brings
some
that energy here.
right. Usually they have some pretty wacky adventure for Cosmic Ghost Rider to go on for every book. But we haven't heard from him in a long time, so this will be very fun to see.
Yeah. And so for my final pick, and it is by far the one I'm most excited for, it is Human Target number 12. This is the final issue,
Can't
the
believe it.
death of Chance. I'm so excited for this. Last issue was a tour de force of storytelling
Mm-hmm.
and character dialogue. The
Yep.
entire issue is just talking with minimal movements, and it still just entices you and keeps you captivated the entire time. And the last double page spread where Isis asking Chance to kill her because she doesn't want to live in a world without Chance or feel the guilt that she killed Chance is absolutely heartbreaking. And I mean, I can't imagine two characters that deserve more of a happy ending than anyone, but like Lex Luthor, come on, give us a like cure or some shit, please, my guy.
Yeah.
I don't want
Um,
them. I don't want them doing that. Like I'm so invested in their relationship. But
it
this cover also looks insane too.
yeah. This finale felt like it would never come. Just in a storytelling standpoint, like you felt like I could just keep going. But that his time's run out, and it's unbelievable to finally have this final issue, and yeah, couldn't be more excited to read this.
Yeah, that's good. I'm so amazed that we finally got here. But yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed our polls this week. Tune in next week for another episode of Weekly Comic Pulls, and remember to like, subscribe, support your local comic shop, and read comics. See ya.